Hi, I'm Craig Cameron, and on our last show, we're trying to pick out a really good using horse, ranch horse or trail type horse. We checked each one's conformation. Then we individually brought them into the round pen to see how they moved, their demeanor, their disposition. And on today's show, we're going to take those same 4 horses and actually ride them so that we got to make a choice of which horse is going to be the best one. It's going to be a tough decision. I'm wondering what your choice is. I've got to make mine, and that's all coming up next on Ride Smart. I've been using Preferred products for over 2 decades now, and equipment that I bought over 20 years ago, hey, it's just as good as the day I bought it.
Preferred provides a variety of ranch equipment, including panels, roping chutes, stocks, feeders, walkers, and more.
Hey, Preferred, they've got the equipment for the job.
Preferred ranch equipment, built by ranchers for ranchers. On the web at Preferred.com. And now back to Ride Smart with Craig Cameron.
Okay, I got my little horse in the corral, and I'm ready to move her around this pen and just watch her demeanor, see how fresh she is, if she's gonna buck, any of that type of stuff. But she moves off kind of nice, no bucking. Remember, I never did warm these horses up. You know, when you're buying a horse, you want to try to find a good place to buy the horse from. Find a good, reputable horse person that has a reputation for selling nice or good horses. And this little old mare is moving nice. Remember, her name is Izzy. She's about 3 years old and been started, and whoa, whoa. And that isn't bad considering we just threw the saddle on without any warming up. Now, let's see if we can send her the other direction. Move her around that pen. Boy, doesn't she, there's a little bit of a buck, but not bad considering it's a little cooler this morning. But she certainly picked up the correct lead. She's wanting to come into me, and I'm definitely trying to warm my horses up before I actually step on them. Hey, it's no good if you get hurt, no good if the horse gets hurt. One more time around, and I'll bring her right back to me now and see where she's gonna stop, and whoa. Well, that was a nice turn. She looked right in here to me, which is a good sign. Even though she went off, I'm gonna offer that to her just one more time. Whoa, 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 whoa. When she kind of turns away, which is something I just want to take into consideration, you know, she wants to come to me at one point and kind of wants to go away. But all in all, that wasn't too bad. So I'm going to see if I can go in here, catch my horse. But that's something that I feel like I could correct. But, you know, I'd love to see a horse that's a little more willing about wanting to come to me. So she's finally making a choice to come on over here, and I certainly like it when she looks me up. All right. I went ahead and put my own saddle on this horse, and I think if you're going to look at a horse, that'd be a good idea because you're going to get a better feel for that horse by using or riding with something that you're more familiar with. I've just thrown a simple snaffle bit on this horse, and one thing that I want to remember that when I put that snaffle bit on, she was a little bit of a pill about it. I mean, I had to kind of try to work and get her head, and she had it on the ground. And not my favorite thing, again, something I might want to correct, but something you might not want to have to work on or might not even know what to do. So just little things to think about is going to help to make my decision. All right. Now, when I go to get on this horse, I don't want to check my cinch when I move in here. And one thing I'd like to see is this horse stand still when I go to get on. You can see again, she's a little fidgety. This is the only mare that we're looking at, and she's cute. She's got color and everything, but boy, I'm looking to see that she rides good and handles good and acts like a good broke horse. And one thing is that they stand still when you saddle them, stand still when you bridle them, easy to work with the head, and not moving around when you go to get on. So she's moved a little bit. I'm gonna try to position her up. See, again, I don't know this horse. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I'm gonna hang in there and try to get her to stand still, but this is not my favorite deal. Like this, whoa, whoa. And again, this is just something maybe she's been taught. Whoa, whoa. And I'm really having to catch her up and keep her from walking off. And I'm aware that she's a little fresh this morning, but still, if the guy's selling me a horse that he says, hey, this is a really great horse, really well-broke horse, to me, she shouldn't be walking off and fidgeting. Now, let me just see if she'll stand here. Not bad. Let's see if we can bend her like this. And she gives me her face, but she wants to move her feet. That's pretty good. Now, let's try it again this way. Here, make sure she's going to be soft in that face. Not bad. And I'm just going to check her in the pole. And these are the little things I'm going to go through as I handle my horse. Now, let's see if she'll walk off. I like a horse that will walk off. So I'm going to check my horse and offer a nice walk, and I'm looking to do it on a loose rein. I don't want this mare running off. You know, on all our shows, remember how we've always said we want to be able to walk our horses off. We want to always start with a walk. We don't want to feel like we're pulling on these horses. Hey, heck of a lot easier to speed one up than it ever is going to be to slow one down. So at this point, she's walking okay. I can feel her wanting to go forward, but I'm going to ask her to go forward now so I can feel her trot. So here I go with a little bit of a trot, and I want to feel that thing. And she was nice because I kind of had to ask for it here, and I want to be able to work on that loose rein. And that trot, she's kind of speedy. She's speeding up, and I don't like that. I want to see if I can bend her across the middle here, change directions here, and I'm just working one hand at a time. I would see if she'd neck rein, and it certainly could be a lot better neck rein as far as that goes. Here, that's a little better that time. She's guiding okay, but she feels like she's a little bit in a rush to me. So I'm going to offer her a stop here, and the stop didn't feel bad. Now let's change directions with her a couple times and just see how she's going to work, because in a minute I got to push to that canter. I want to feel how that's going to work for me, if she picks up that correct lead, all the good stuff. So let's just change directions with this mare a little bit. Here. Not bad. Drive her around. I want to change directions again. Here. She's a little bit heavy on her face. I'd certainly like to see this mare be lighter. Now I'm going to push to that canter and just see what happens. I'm not afraid to take hold of that night latch, seeing as how I don't know this horse. Here, and extend the trot to push the canter and help her by staying balanced, and she definitely picks up the correct lead. That's pretty good. This part feels good on a loose rein. Now I want to see if she's going to find that stop. I'm going to sit down. Whoa. Boy, and that's a pretty good loose rein stop. But see how she's kind of pulling on my hands a little bit. So, you know, all in all, she's not bad. I could check her like with this kind of stuff here, just see if this was going to scare her. Put my hands back here, see if that's going to trouble her. You know, make a little bit of noise. Just, you know, not bad. She's pretty good. And you know, all in all, you know, been some good points, been some bad points. Not too bad, not just certainly not perfect either. One more time, I want to try to canter the other direction here and push the canter. I'm going to put my feet on her, see what she does. Look at those ears go back. Here. She picks it up pretty good. Moving all right. Okay. You know, I just want to check her in here just a little bit, just in tight, see how she's going to handle, see how she accepts my legs here. Check her out here, like so. And then I wouldn't be opposed to just, whoa, see, she drops that head and pulls on my hands. Let's check the back up. Let's check that back up and see if her head comes out, up, if she's going to move those feet. That's not bad. That's not too bad. I'm going to just kind of keep her working and see how this mare is going to be. Whoa, here. Good. Whoa, good. Whoa. Getting better. Whoa. You know, not just ultra handy, but certainly not too bad as well. Another thing that you could attempt would be to get off on the off side, make sure this horse kind of sees me, get my reins over here, and I'm just going to step off on this right side. And you know, she's pretty decent about that. And all in all, this has been a fairly good little mare. I mean, to me, she was kind of fun to ride. You know, she had some good points, she had some bad points, and those are all the things we got to take into consideration when we make our final choice.
This Ride Smart Tack Tip is brought to you by Cactus Saddlery.
Your tack tip for today, how to loop your bridle reins when you put them up. You know, most people, when they put their bridle reins up, they do it like so. They just take their reins and just kind of go like this. I mean, it's not a bad deal, but there's always a better way. You know, a better way is the difference between a mediocre hand and a top hand. Here's the way I like to do it. I'm going to take my reins, and I'm going to take this rein here. I'm just going to make a big loop in it like so, and bring this right across the top. So look how straight that's hanging. Now I'm going to bring this one here, loop it the other direction, let it hang down, and it's going to loop perfectly straight. So that when I go to get this off, put it on my horse, I got a perfectly straight rein with no kinks, which allows me to be a better horseman. That's your tack tip for today, and don't forget to keep riding smart.
Cactus Saddlery, a dedicated supporter of Craig Cameron horsemanship, is the maker of the Craig Cameron signature saddle, as well as an array of other quality saddles for competition, western pleasure, and everyday ranch work at cactussaddlery.com.
Quality equestrian products from Pro have long been an important part of Craig Cameron's training program. From leg boots that support and protect to saddle pads that provide cushion and comfort, Pro is the clear choice of professional horsemen from every equine discipline. There's more at ProOrthopedic.com.
Craig Cameron Horsemanship Clinics are on the road and rolling strong and coming to a town near you. Check out these dates. Craig Cameron Horsemanship Clinics at the Double Horn Ranch are designed to fit each rider's individual needs.
I really like this place a lot. This ranch is beautiful.
Craig urges us to step up and try new things and to push the envelope a little bit.
I don't know any other clinician that could have got me to do what I did, really. Thanks, Craig.
Advance your horsemanship and come ride like a champion with me at the Double Horn Ranch.
And now back to Ride Smart with Craig Cameron.
You know, picking your horse might be the most important decision you make when it comes to horses and horsemanship. You know, so take your time, don't get in a rush, and don't get in a hurry. I like to really watch the horses in all types of atmosphere, just the way they do when they stand tight, or they pawing, or they fidgety, or do they stand like a statue, or they're, you know, all the signs of a really well-trained horse that's nice to be around, nice to handle. You don't want to have to be afraid every time you go out and get on your horse. I mean, nothing's worse than that. So be sure you pick a horse that fits you. What I mean by that is a horse that fits your experience and the things that you're going to do with him. So be honest with yourself, be honest with the horse, and that'll help you to make the correct decision. Okay, we got T-Bird now. Remember T-Bird? He really sized up real good in the conformation. He's big, growthy, kind of soggy made, big old gelding, and he certainly looks good under that saddle. But again, we've just moved him in here. Haven't done one thing this morning because I really want to see the real horse. That's going to be important to you too. So let's move around the pen and see what he's going to do. So I'm going to ask him to go. Boy, you see he got a little bit nervous there, so I'm watching his demeanor all the way around. Let's just check him out. All right, and there now. Oh yeah, that's telling me a little bit about that horse. Now, and I'm watching, and I'm not putting any pressure on that horse. And that doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad horse or anything like that, but I certainly want to take that into consideration, because a horse that's going to buck like that maybe is not the kind of horse for maybe an inexperienced rider. In other words, he's not the kind of horse you're going to be able to go out there, put the saddle on, and jump on and ride if he's been turned loose for a month or so. So these are the kind of things that I'm really trying to find out as I work with these horses. This is the whole point of checking every everything out. I mean, this is going to be important to you, going to be important to the horse. So let's try that one more time. So, you know, I'd like to see a horse that moves off easy if he's the kind of horse they're telling me, hey, this is a big, old, gentle, nice horse, you know, bomb-proof horse. Well, right now he doesn't necessarily look bomb-proof. Look at that expression. Boy, look at that. I mean, that tells me a lot about that horse. So here we go again. Ask him to move around. Look how his tail is stuck out. He's got a little kink in his tail. I want to control the direction he's traveling. He certainly moves good. I mean, he uses his hindquarters, that type of stuff. Not bad. We'll go around one more time, change directions, getting a little better, and whoa. I like the turn to me. Let's let him settle, send him the other way. Here, here. Whoa. Okay. I want to check this horse out a little bit more on the ground because, as you can see, boy, he's kind of full of himself. And instead of just stepping on and making myself have to go for a bronc ride, I want to really check this horse out. And so when people tell you these horses are gentle, hey, it's not always necessarily the kind of gentle you might be looking for. When I say gentle, I'm talking really gentle. And this horse is, to me, he's really stiff and on guard and unsure. And boy, I want to kind of protect myself, protect my horse. And I think this horse, in my opinion, really needs to kind of go back to square one. Like if I was going to decide I wanted this horse, I would see right now that I got to go back to some beginning work with this horse. Good, good. Because you just swing on this horse, boy, he's liable to take off and get you in trouble. That's a little better. Okay, really the kind of horse that, to me, needs a lot more work, but nice looking horse, but you better be sure he's gonna be right for you. Okay, here I come. I'm gonna ease this direction here, check my cinch, make sure I like it, gather up my reins, and just try to step on easy like. Whoa. Got a hold of my night latch on this one because I want to be ready, and because, you know, somebody's telling you he's a nice horse. Well, maybe they're just looking to make a dollar, and let's just see where he pans out. So we'll go to a little flexing, and that part isn't too bad. Little flexing here, not too bad. I don't know if he's going to break at that pulp, not too bad. And let's see if we can walk him off. Start easy. It's like every horse, and I want to give every horse a good opportunity because this is a big, nice looking horse. Maybe he'd come around, and if you're the kind of guy with some experience that can bring him around, this might be the choice for you. If it's not, really, he probably won't be the choice for you. But he seems to be relaxing now, and I'll give him a chance to do some walking. Now I'm going to offer him a little trot. Here, just like that. And I want to feel that trot. And it's okay. It's a little bit bouncy, but nothing just too bad. Not the smoothest trot. It's just not like a big old Cadillac or anything. It's got a little bounce to it. So again, if I'm going to do a ton of trail riding, I almost want a horse with a softer trot. I mean, I feel like I need to grab that horn a little bit, you know. So that really makes me think there. You know, if I'm going to be a cowboy and have to do a lot of trotting, trail rider doing a lot of trotting, I want a big soft trot. Now, but he's guiding pretty good. I think he's guiding nice. I'm going to offer him a little stop, then we'll try that canter here. But boy, let's just see. And whoa, stop wasn't too bad, not too bad. Now I'm going to drive him forward and see where he's going to go. Here we go. Now let's extend that trot a little bit. Here, extend it up. You can see I got a hold of my night latch. Be sure and live to ride another day. Here. He picks that up pretty good. He feels good to me right there. Now that's big and Feels good. Not too bad. Now he kind of put his head down like he maybe thought about bucking there. Here, I want to offer it to him the other way. Here, picks up that correct lead, and he's big and strong. Gonna be a good horse someday. Take him around the pen. Check him out. Whoa, good. Not a bad stop. Now let's see how he's gonna handle on the fence. Here, just turn him here. Good. Turn him here. Good. See, a little heavy this direction. See, I'd have to work on that. See him gape at that mouth, open that mouth a little bit. Maybe that shows me somebody's kind of pulled on this horse and started to create some bad habits. There's that kind of bouncy trot. And, whoo. Here, let's check him out with our feet, like this. He wants to back up, which is nice. Let's check him out here. Here, and again, see those ears? I'm watching those ears, listening to him a little bit. Not all that bad. Here, here, check him out back there. Wiggle those feet. There, boy, there, look at that spook. Now let's see if we can get off on the right side on him. Just the toe of that boot. Make sure he sees me in that right eye, and he stands pretty good for that. Now, what do you think of that horse? That's an interesting horse, and I think there's a lot to think about on this big old pony. I think he's got a lot of potential. I think that for sure. I mean, he obviously looks good. He's strong, but he's got a little bit of a rough trot. Certainly needs some work on desensitizing, getting him more sure. Hey, what would be your decision? I know I'm going to have to make mine. Are you ready for Extreme Cowboy Race? Let me hear it.
Have you got what it takes? Don't miss your chance to qualify for these upcoming Craig Cameron Extreme Cowboy Race events. Visit CraigCameron.com for more details. Space is limited, so enter today.
And now back to Ride Smart with Craig Cameron.
Or picking the right horse. You know, it's fun stuff, but it's very important. It's an important decision for you, an important decision for your horsemanship. Hey, remember our first horse today, Izzy? She was tough to bridle a little bit. You know, she kind of put her head down and pulled on her hands, but overall, she rode pretty good, and obviously she's really cute. Now, then when we brought in old T-Bird, boy, he's obviously a little more fresh, maybe obviously not quite as experienced or a little bit greener, bucking around a little bit more spooky, a little bit more unsure, a little bit more work to do. And don't forget, he kind of had a little bit rougher trot, but he certainly has a lot of potential. 2 more horses to go. We got to ride the other 2 before we make that final decision. Hey, thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time on Ride Smart.